Chosen. The only people who are hating on you for you telling the truth is those who are living their lives out of lies, is those who are trying to victimize you at the cost of your freedom, at the cost of who you are. Because they see that your light is shining, they see that you stand bold in your power, they see who you are for exactly who you are. So naturally, they cannot stop themselves from trying to dim your light by being louder than you, by trying to hide your musical talents, your dancing gifts. So all they do is copy you. But that's a very cheap version of you because your skills are very innate. Your skills are very much inborn. You know what I mean? Because you do not do it for external validation, you do it from your soul. You are a person who has got a very old soul. You might be young, and mind you, age has got nothing to do with this. There are a lot of younger people who have an older soul. That means they're more matured, they are very much talented, and they stay grounded. And there are older people who are just old, but they never really matured. These are two completely different things. So today I went out to this awesome cafe, which I always do, and I did see a lot of good people, angels, and of course, I spotted the demons too. And the demons come out because they want to follow you and they want to just bring out a toxic negative vibe. Because when you shine so bright, they just don't like it. They want you confused, they want you lower. They always want you in low vibration, just like them. But well, it's to do about them because they have chosen to live in negative, toxic vibe with hate, with disgust, with bigotry. That's just who they are. It defines about them. None of that is about you. So you are called to create. Being a chosen doesn't mean that you just sit and do nothing. You've got to work on your skills. You need not play small and cheap like them, but then you've got a lot of work to do. Whatever is your calling, music, art, photography, making that business, helping somebody else, being a social worker, a reformer, being a motivational coach, being a political leader, whatever is that resonates with you, naturally, mind you, something that you something that you love without the end result, like what is it in it for me, what am I getting out of it, am I getting a lot of money, am I getting validation, am I getting fame, am I getting power? None of that. Because the truth is, when you shine as who you truly are, the gods come out and help you. The universe creates massive abundance for you, and you need not play like them because you're not them. You're in this world, but you're not of this world. And that's what Christ said. You must live in the world, but not of the world. So naturally, you would be doing things which everybody is doing, working for, making a living, buying grocery, paying your bills, buying a house, buying car, stuff like that, traveling the world, but not at the cost of selling your soul, not at the cost of fitting into the society which wants to dim your light, which wants to shrink you, which wants to threat you that if you show up as who you are, we are not going to approve of you. So let it be. Because the price for being you, you've got to pay that. And you look at in the history, all of the leaders, Socrates or Marcus Aurelius or all these stoic great people, they didn't have a lot of things, right? They suffered, they endured for the real value. And mind you, in a society which we are living in, they want to teach you just about making money blindly and not about choosing the right way of how you're living. So even if you made millions and billions of dollars and then you just keep on buying stuffs, you are going to come back to the center, which tells you you truly didn't do what you were called for in this life. You were not just born for mad, insane consumerism. And that's what the society teaches you. That's the culture. These educational institutions that just want to make you stand in a queue, be in a line, follow the rules. You're not a slave, but they want to make you one. They don't want you when you question, they want to suppress your voice. When you question the injustice that was done to you, they don't want you around. They want you to disappear. When you fight for your things, the very basic rights that you deserve, there's nobody. Everybody's hating on you. Everybody has got something to say about you just because you stood bold and strong. Watch that. So, what are people like us supposed to do? Because we have never ever fitted in. We never ever fitted in since we were young, since we were a small child. Because they wanted to put rules on you. And then you move out in the other world, you go out and work in other countries, only to find it's just the same. And mind you, it's not about location. It's not that you move to Asia or you move to Europe or you move to Americas. Things are going to be very different just because now you are in a different place with different people. Ultimately, everything is going to come down to this: duality. Duality is the root cause of everything. So you changing location, you changing that job, you changing that work environment which is so toxic, is not just going to solve your problems. Because chances are the next job you are going to find might be some other demonic manager just with a different name and form. You change your house and find a newer place only to find the neighbors are different in different name and form, but you're still not at peace. So, it's back to the two things: duality, light and the dark. And choose your side. Which side are you? If you're on the light side, you're on the good vibe tribe, you're my vibe tribe, then yes, you'll have to face resistance. You'll have to go through hard times. There is a lot of work. You cannot just shrink and keep laying in your bed just because you don't have to confront your enemies. They're all there to get you. They're all acting, scheming, planning against you, but they cannot destroy you. You know why? Because you are the chosen. And the God's energies work with you. The Holy Trinity works with you. Infinite amount of spiritual powers works with you. So stop playing it small. Stop living for just the bread. That's not why you're here for. Just stop living for the greed that society tells you that success is when you have this, when you can consume more, when you can eat more, when you can kill more, when you can destroy more. This is the new earth I'm talking about. This is my vibe tribe. And none of we think like this. Because we are not malign like them. We are not demonic like that. Coming from the light, you embody a new earth wherein there is a good service community. You want a true community. You do not want fake people around you who are just out there for gossip. You want a real community which is there, to which you contribute and they contribute you. You help them. You grow your own plants. You grow your own food. You live from nature. You live out of beauty. You create art. You create beauty in this world and not hate. What is the society outside teaching you? To hate on each other? To cut someone off in the traffic? To keep on honking mindlessly? To trash talk about someone, and that's the reason why people talk to each other, just to bring some third person down, because they do not have true stuff within themselves. They cannot talk something of creating something. So all they do is, yeah, let's get together and gossip about somebody else who's doing right and bring them down and follow them and mock at them. This is real thing. And if you've been following my channel, you know, my channel is all about truth, about honesty, about living in integrity and creating a life in such a way for my vibe tribe. And this is not easy. A lot of people hate on you just for the mere fact that I'm myself. But I don't give a fuck. There's a nice song that I heard yesterday on YouTube and on TikTok. I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. I do not give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. See, even my music, that talks about taking no bullshit, keeping it real. That's the most important thing. You must learn to keep it real. So today I was at this cafe and these demonic partners, a vampire and a clown. Naturally, a demon is going to attract another demon. So there are all these hating couples that follow you just because they are so jealous of how you could shine so bright and you could just be you. And then these clowns, they say, I don't like her, fuck her, as if I care about you. I really don't give a fuck. Your light triggers their demons. The gods in me, the goddesses in me, triggers their demons. And they're shit scared of you, by the way. They know who you are. They're shit scared of your light. And that's why, to hide their insecurities, they come out and start speaking words of hate like spell. But they don't know. They can't mess with the chosen. The chosen always got the crown on their head for the mere fact of they have chosen to be who they are. And they never cared about fitting in to shrink their light. I never did that shit. Never in my entire fucking life. So what makes these cowards think that they come from the back, follow me, and start yapping from behind? Nobody cares. As long as you stay real, you put in the work, you keep grinding, you keep showing up, nothing else matters. Truly, nothing else matters. And this is the thing, when you stay strong, your children, if you have any, would also learn to be a true spiritual light warrior in this world. But if you play it weak and low like them, that's what the next generation learns. You're not here to just be a coward, be a slave. So you're basically faced with two challenges. Either you fight the external world, or you learn. You have got only these two choices. And mind you, the second thing which you have been avoiding, the real task that you were born to do on the planet, your true calling, and that you have been avoiding by getting into inappropriate relationships with someone else just to run away from facing yourself who you are, or from getting into that mad, insane job that just pays your bills, but you are not truly connected with it. Because you see, your work is not something that truly moves your soul. So you might be working in an office space, but your true calling is to be an athlete, to just run, to run 20 kilometers, to run 25 kilometers. But you chose there's security in that desk job. So you chose that. But deep inside you know that you're not doing the real thing that your soul wants you to be. You were born to be a sports person and give your all 100% to that sport thing. But you just wanted to keep it safe because you were fearful. If I choose to sport, I might not get that much money. I might not be able to have things, material stuffs, the stuffs. So you chose the other route, which pays you more money, but which does not fulfill your soul. Now you've got all these things, but you still feel something is hollow in you. You still feel there's something that I'm lacking. Or you were born to be an artist, but you just kept it as a hobby and you didn't truly take it to the seriousness that it deserved because of the opinion because of the hate. But you look at Vincent van Gogh and all the great artists, they suffered. They all suffered. So there's no way you're not going to suffer. And don't be terrified. Even if you take to the easy path, I'm telling you, there is a lot of suffering. Because when you choose that path which is not meant for you, you're going to face lots of unpleasant people. That workplace is going to be toxic, is going to drain your energy. And you are going to feel very much unfulfilled. So there is suffering to that too. And the other way, if you choose your calling, if you become the artist that you are born to be, there is also suffering, because there is society that wants to suppress you. There is algorithm on YouTube that has got their bias. They would support somebody of much lower light than you, of much poor content than you, just because they are depicting something that they feel that the algorithm is going to reach out to more people. And your video views might be suppressed. You might get 3-4 likes. Or nobody truly cares about what you do. Let it be. Stand for yourself, even if there's nobody standing for you. Go all the way. If you have taken to this path, just go all the way. I stand alone. I've got like nobody with me. Nobody. I just stand alone. I've got 0 friends. Because when I realize that the people, what sort of conversation they have is so low vibrational, so much damaging to your soul, I just can't take that. It's so much better that you sit in your own solitude. And even though you want to avoid the real work that you've got to do, that means learning a lot of stuffs, learning a lot of technical things. So if you say you want to do videography, there is a lot of steps involved in it. You first analyze and research which is the best camera that I can have, and then you go and buy that, and then you learn of all of the techniques of how best you can set the aperture, of how best you can do the settings, and then you find out what is the best software that I can learn to edit my videos, my photos. So there's a lot of work. It doesn't happen in a day. But you just watch some other influencer and they've got 12 million views and you want it now. Without having to do any work, you just want it now. That's not how it works. They might have worked 5-6 years of solid work, but you just think buying a camera was going to do it for you? Or hiring somebody else who would edit your videos? Well, that might be a thing. If you collaborate with top-notch video makers that you find on Fiverr, if you do, that is one way. Surely, if you have a lot of money to hire for your projects, people do that. But the other way, if you're learning it on your own, it's a long journey. It might not happen in a day. It might take you 6 months of good work. It might take you a year of work. A lot of study. A lot of grinding. Nothing is easy. Just nothing is easy. Only thing easy is for critics to criticize on somebody else who's doing something great. So all that is easy for you is to tell, this is crap. This is shit. Who do you think you are? This is supremely easy. But what is difficult is going against the gravity. Gravity pulls you down. So when you want to fall, there is just no resistance. You don't go to gym, no resistance. You don't eat well, no resistance. You don't learn, no resistance. You want to sleep all day, no resistance. But when you go against the tide, it's so difficult. It's so difficult. I'm telling you from my experience. Every day I think I'll do this and then I fail. And then you can't even blame others. You can't blame somebody else for what you're not doing because you didn't have the courage. And it's disgusting. You want to lift yourself out of that dungeons of darkness that you're in. You just want to come out and blaze like that beautiful sun. Beautiful sun. That's why I come out in the morning, at least so that being in the sun, if I could embody something, I could learn something from the sun. And to have patience, you need a lot of patience to learn, a lot of patience to build your body, a lot of patience to for everything. And you're not going to have any supporters. You're going to have a lot of people who want to tear you down. Nobody is going to stand for you. Like when I go to the gym, when I do my swimming for 3 hours, when I'm training, nobody's there to clap for you. All of your haters come out only to tell you and trash talk about you loud in your ears. That's the sick society we are in. So you're called to stay focused. You're called to stay at your center. Because if you give your attention to your haters, to the negatives outside, you could never focus on your own training and development. So the way out of suffering is in it. The way out of pain is in the pain. Don't take that painkiller yet. Don't just get all those nice things, nice massages and sauna. I do that. But yeah, you do need a sauna after you're swimming because you feel that your muscles need some relaxation. But not more than needed. It's like taking the ice cold shower and then you take a warm shower. So you mix the waters, you alternate it. There's all of this thing, and all of these are not easy. Whether you shrink your light, you're going to feel suffocated. Whether you try to fit in to society which just wants to suppress you, because everybody wants to take up their space. They want to say, this is my space. I will have it for me. My children will have it for me. Then my grandchildren will have it. Nobody is willing to cooperate to others. This is the sort of society. And you got anywhere in the world, it's the same. You go anywhere in the world. There was a reason why sages and saints had to leave the mundane life and move to the forest. Because the normal people would just not let them be. They want to kill them. And that's why the monks and the saints, they had to move to the forest where nobody could bother them. So we are called for a change. We're all called for a change. And you've got to change, and I've got to change, and we start with ourselves. So if I change the way how I'm viewing the world, and I never have I ever supported in my channel about being mean. I've always supported to be compassionate, kind, and loving, and helping, but not to a bully. Know the difference. When somebody comes in to lower your vibration, to control you, to suppress your bright thoughts, that's a bully. And you must learn to fight that back. Because if you do not, you're just going to be run over like a doormat, which you do not want. So just be you. Keep learning and keep creating despite the pain. Despite the pain, you move. Despite the pain, you do all the things which you don't want to do. And don't expect I'll do that when the pain is gone, when the suffering is gone, when my mind is right. Because this is a big devil that we are fighting. The dark voices in our mind. And in fact, the enemies that you face externally, those are the physical manifestation of your own negative thoughts. When you see a beautiful dog on the street, or a lovely baby, or a cute puppy on the street, or a happy family, happy sweet couple, not the demonic, I'm talking about happy ones, beautiful ones who make the planet beautiful. Those are the physical manifestation of your good thoughts. So, this is a yin yang world of duality. And Gurdjieff talks about this, the great philosopher, Armenian philosopher Gurdjieff. He talks about this, that when you feel that you have been too low and down in your darkness, you consciously need to put that effort so you can bring yourself to light. It's like doing this pedaling on a bicycle. So you've got to keep pedaling in, and the balance should be right between your left leg and your right leg, so that it can keep going even up the hill easily and smooth. And so is with life. So that's all I wanted to share in this video, and I'm going to do the same today. Work on myself, slay my inner demons, and slay the demons outside. Keep shining high, vibing bright. Bye. Peace and love. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.